welcome to my channel. You are watching my 30 Days of Painting series, in which I am painting a new picture every day of a different diverse face, filming it and uploading it to YouTube and Instagram. So if that's something that interests you, you can like this video, give it a thumbs up, and you can subscribe to my channel to see more. I'm posting every single day this month of June. So I'm a little bit behind on this project, and I'm okay. It's just I had some scheduling issues, and I had some computer issues, and I just wasn't able to get these out, and then that sort of set a bad precedent. So now I'm actually a couple days behind. So that doesn't feel great, but I'm still gonna record the audio at least so I can hopefully catch up this weekend and figure things out. So this was a sad week in the news. There were two very high profile suicides this week, Kate Spade and Anthony Bourdain, and I was really hit by Kate Spade's death and her passing. I'm not as familiar with Anthony Bourdain, but by all accounts he seemed like he was an amazing person, and did really great work. But yeah, I don't know, like, Kate Spade's death really kind of hit me the other day, and I tried talking about it and tried recording about it, and I just couldn't stop crying. And so I don't know, I have a lot of thoughts about it, and they're a little bit jumbled, and I have a lot of feelings about it, and I don't know how articulately I can express them, but just, you know, as a creative person, as a creative woman, it's hard to see other strong, vibrant, successful creative women struggle with and ultimately become a victim of depression. That's just always kind of hard. It's hard to deal with the conversation in the media about it. Everything from people being kind of misguided, like, oh, she had so much to live for, or people being just straight up heartless about it and being like, oh, how selfish and terrible this was. I don't know, there's a lot of conversation surrounding it, and I don't know if I really have anything new to add to the conversation, besides just my grief and my sadness about it. And I think it's just mostly, you know, I wasn't a super fan of Kate Spade. Like, I liked her work, I loved her aesthetic. You know, I have a few of her products, but, you know, I didn't, like, know a lot about her, and I didn't know that she suffered with depression. But I think, you know, it's not just her loss, but or the loss of her, but I think it's just also that reminder that, you know, suicide is real, and it's always going to be something that I'm going to need to deal with in my own struggle with depression. And you know, I think thinking about how she must have felt, and just trying to empathize and trying to, like, sort of come to terms with this passing, it just kind of reminds me of my own struggle, and it makes me think about all the times where I felt like I had no other options, and the times where I felt, you know, my darkest darks, and times when I put myself in danger. And it's just a very visceral reminder that depression is a life-threatening disease. You know, it's not something that should be taken lightly, and the fact that it so often is in our society just is so frustrating, because it's deadly. Suicide is always going to be an option for anyone who's depressed. You know, there's different degrees of depression, there's different ways of coping around it, but at the end of the day, like, that is something that I think most of us who have experienced depression have grappled with and have thought about and have, you know, hopefully found ways around it. But, you know, I know in my life it's always going to be a part of the conversation when I talk about my illness. I'm never going to have a point where that doesn't seem like a real threat in my life. I don't know, it's just hard because so much of it was described as like, oh, this is such a shocking event. I think with both Bourdain's and Kate Spade's passing, I think people were just like so shocked, and it's just like, I think if there's an awareness that there's depression in someone's life, I think there should also be an awareness that suicide is kind of a looming possibility. I don't think it should be shocking. I think it should be something that we think about often and try to prevent and try to save people from. It's not shocking that a depressed person commits suicide to me. It just seems like what the disease does. It doesn't seem normal. It doesn't seem fair. It doesn't seem right. I'm not condoning it in any way. But I am saying, what I'm trying to say is that it's very real and it needs to be taken seriously. And just because someone is super successful or, you know, super, you know, has like a great life, that doesn't mean that depression can't take that away from them. Depression can take everything from you, always, at any moment. And I think the sooner we realize that and the sooner we understand how deadly mental illness can be, the better off we can be in helping each other and helping to protect our loved ones and trying to intervene when we can. So, I don't know. It's just very, very sad and very personal to me. So, there's a lot more I could say about it, but I don't want to make this video too long. So, I'll end it here. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Until my next video, be careful out there.